New here at 5, we continue our look at Missouri's probation and parole system. Local sheriffs say it's too soft on crime, and a new statute was adopted without local law enforcement being able to weigh in on it. Sarah Forhead sat down with Governor Mike Parson, himself a former sheriff, to talk about the issues.
Yes, Ethan, this system went into effect about 7 months ago in Missouri. It is now state law. Governor Parson actually told us he had concerns about it then, and now he's watching them play out. He says from now on, he's planning to meet with all the sheriffs all over the state and make the necessary tweaks to make it workable for Missouri. We adopted the system from Ohio, but we now know one size does not fit all.
And I can remember the day at the Senate that I had concerns about some of the things that were in that. And said those things. Said, look, this is a major change for the system. You know, there's going to be some problems here. We just got to figure out a solution. We got to get here. We got to be good listeners.
Governor Parson says his office is committed to just that. The former sheriff says the buck stops with him.
It's a problem with things that are being said and done, and you know, we all need to nip that in the bud, to be right honest about it, and make sure that the everyday people out here know what's going on, make sure they understand that we're trying to do things to, quote, on the rehabilitation side, but still the main focus is make sure people are safe.
Multiple sheriffs sounded off and cited lack of transparency when we were kicked out of 2 meetings by the state's probation and parole leaders.
I'm happy to meet with you, Sheriff Rice, but I can't meet in front of the media.
I think what we're trying to implement here is trying to be able to take some offenders, try to figure out how do you get them back into society and how you get them into the workforce. The last thing they do is be sitting in a cell doing nothing.
Sheriffs argue what the state calls a technical violation should in fact be a criminal violation, in which case the offender would go back to lockup.
If somebody comes in that's on probation and parole and they pull a urine test on them and they test positive for meth, that's called a technical violation. And these people are being put back out on the streets as soon as they test positive. These technical violations are not being taken seriously.
One of many issues the governor says he's committed to fixing.
But we know the old way wasn't the best way. We know that from just experience for a long time. So we're just trying to make changes. But again, it's going to take some time, and we're going to have to make adjustments to it.
And we also asked him about the rewards given to some offenders, things like gas cards. He assures us that those are not being paid for by taxpayers. However, we have requested 3 times to see the details of that statement. We have not yet gotten it, but the governor assures us that he will get it for us. So we'll keep you posted. Back to you.